Students, let's continue this lesson with the first concept for today, microorganisms. Dear students, the word microorganism means the organisms which are in micro form. Dear students, there are countless living organisms on the earth, out of which the organisms which cannot be seen with our eyes but can only be observed under a microscope are called microorganisms. Microorganisms are the living organisms which cannot be seen through naked eyes. They have to only be seen with the help of compound microscope. Such organisms are said to be microorganisms. Microorganisms are present in air, water, soil, food, sewage, garbage, as well as in the bodies of plants and animals, including humans. They are in two forms. They are in solitary form and in colonies forms. Solitary means they live singly. For example, amoeba and paramecium. Amoeba and paramecium are the examples of microorganisms who are of unicellular. They are singly, so they are called as solitary. And the microorganisms which are in colonies, that means they are multicellular, okay, such like human beings and other organisms. Some microorganisms live on the remains of dead plants and animals also. Have you ever observed microorganisms? You must have seen if the bread is kept for 4 days in a certain place, then there is some formation of fungi on it, right? You must have seen some yellowish or greenish appearance on the bread. Same way on bhakris also. So that are the microorganisms formed on the food. You must have also seen some greenish or blackish appearance on the water which is kept for longer period. So that is also some microorganisms present on it. Yogurt is another example. Yogurt means curd. So when curd is seen under a compound microscope, you will see the movement of microscope. Some microorganisms are good for health, whereas some not. Curd has microorganisms present in it, but those microorganisms are good for health. They are not harmful. Some are useful, whereas some are not useful. Nature of microorganisms. Students, there are variety of microbes. There are different types of microorganisms. You can see some pictures on your textbook page number 75. There are flu microorganisms, viruses, Spirogyra, amoeba, paramecium, penicillium, spiral bacteria, rod-shaped bacteria. There are so many different types of microorganisms. All these viruses, bacteria are considered to be microorganisms. Since all these are to be observed under a compound microscope, therefore they are first of all considered under the microorganisms. Let's turn to the next page. Some microorganisms, like the fungus that grows on bread or strands of algae in ponds, are multicellular. However, most microorganisms such as bacteria and viruses are unicellular. They have somewhat different cellular structure. The plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleoid are their only components. Such cells are called prokaryotic cells. You can see a picture of a prokaryotic cell. See how the structure of prokaryotic cell is. It has nucleoid in its center, plasma membrane, cell wall, capsule, cytoplasm, ribosome, pyramid, and flagellum. These all are the labelings. These all are the structure and the formation of prokaryotic cells. Next, we shall continue with the next point, growth of microorganisms. Each microorganisms need a specific environment for growth and reproduction. Many microbes need oxygen for their growth whereas some microbes can grow without oxygen. Some microbes survive even in extreme and adverse conditions like the ocean floor, ice in polar region, hot water springs, etc. During adverse conditions, microorganisms form a thick covering around themselves and stop their life process. On return of favorable conditions, they come out of the protective covering and continue their life process. Students, we all require specific condition for the growth and reproduction for the individual body. Same way, microorganism also requires environment for the growth and reproduction. All human beings require oxygen for the growth, but some microorganisms require oxygen, whereas some microorganisms live without oxygen also. Some live in extreme conditions. When they are in extreme conditions, they cover their body with the help of a thick covering and then they stop their life process. When they return to their favorable condition, when the environment around them is suitable for their growth, that time they remove their protective covering and they continue their life process. Thank you.